But we here in Iowa today, got the family here. We're about to get this knowledge, you know what I mean? Because knowledge is what? It's life. It's a fragment of your destiny. It's an ingredient of your destiny. So therefore, we have to find the missing ingredients to fulfill our destiny, right? So we can reach our destination. So you can go ahead and ask the questions. You're on camera now.
What do we put under our pillow as far as the copper? I know you said something about the pennies and other people touching and their energies rub off on there. How would we, what kind of copper would we use to put under the pillow?
Now, you have copper. The reason why I say don't use pennies is because pennies go through the hands of many people. And depending on the people that it touch, you know what I mean, it can take away the energy. Like Europeans have thin layers of cells, and therefore their nucleus can intercept your energy easily. Our skin is more thicker than theirs, just like our brain ounce is more heavier than theirs. So therefore that makes us more dominant than them. So therefore you can go and get copper such as, you can go to Home Depot. I go to Home Depot and get copper, put it in my pillow and things like that. Another thing too is vinyl. Vinyl consists of melanin as well. And we know that melanin don't reflect on us. We trap melanin, we trap energy, we trap light, which is information. So therefore, if they are turning on CERN systems or hydro systems in our communities at night and we're asleep, you can take record players, vinyl records, hang it up in your window, hang it up off the ceiling where your lights is, around your TV and all that stuff. Let it intercept that energy and transfer it into positive energy. So by the time it hits your satellite, which is your third eye or your pineal gland, it would decline the negative energy or the negative frequency. You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing too. So yeah. What's going on? You got a question too? Welcome, family. How y'all doing? All right, peace.
Well, that's Romeo, that's Danielle.
All right.
You want to get something to eat? Okay.
So yeah, that's you know, but the reason why that is because right now they are starting to do monitoring systems. The same people who are initiating the CERN system, they have monitors now. In the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to start putting monitors in black communities where they're going to be able to read the information in the melanin that is, you know, emanating through your force field. Your force field, the neuromelanin imitates information. It receives and it picks up. Again, we like radio stations. Our melanin is vibration, so therefore it tunes in with the paradigm shift. The paradigm shift gives us new music within the DNA structure. The nucleus is the instruments. So it plays the rhythm that the universe is given to us by way of photosynthesis. We convert that into certain vibrations and frequencies, and then we send that back to the constellation. So that way when we leave the physical body, in our next life, that information will be downloaded in the next life. We'll pick it up and it'll be pre-encoded in our DNA. Just like before you came out of your mother's womb, you already had information pre-encoded within your DNA structure already. You was waiting to get it awakened by way of certain people, certain paradigm shifts and things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And what is the CERN system again?
The CERN system is something that is set up by the British government. It has nothing to do with the United States government. The British government controls the United States government. This is why the president stands in between two flags. The so-called American flag and the blue flag, which is the British flag, you know what I mean? And the British is the first reptilians. They've been here for a little over 100 years. These are the people that control Hollywood. They are abducting bodies of people like Kanye West, Jay-Z, Beyonce, other politicians and things of that nature who comes into the political structure and they don't know, you know, if they're not a part of that bloodline, then they will be abducted. They will be a part of that bloodline physically. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's basically what's going on the West Coast. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of wars going on in the underworld. And the underworld meaning that when you go into Mexico and you study the timeline of Mexico, that right there is the fourth dimension. That is the elementary area of the fourth dimension, meaning that the Europeans is trying to get past that fourth dimension by way of the frequencies that's bounced off those pyramids down there. Those pyramids is what helps you to telecommunicate to other worlds. Your melanin touches the satellite. Your satellite communicates with those satellites and those pyramids reconstruct your information and send it to other places. And to reconstruct information in other places and to send it into your body structure. You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
So I didn't write any specific questions down, but I'm just going as we talk. How do we feed our 7 chakras?
All right, your 7 chakras cannot be fed. Your 7 chakras has to be awakened by way of the Creator. When I say the Creator, I'm talking about that thing that lies behind Sagittarius A. I did that on a radio station, I think 2 months back. Sagittarius A has an energy that is older than any other energy. It has shapes that is older than any other shapes, because shapes and energy is what creates your sentences. That's what creates your thoughts, and you are your thoughts. So depending upon how you think, that tells you what spiritual bloodline you come from as far as your planet. And Sagittarius A is the creator of all planets. This is where all your information comes from. In order for the moon to receive information from anything, it has to get permission from Sagittarius A. In order for certain binary suns, all of the suns, in order for that to be able to telecommunicate anything to you inside of your dream, because the sun is what downloads your dreams. So therefore, a lot of people say, well, how does it do that? Because it's a big ball of dark matter. And it has the same DNA in it that you have. It has the same rhythm of heartbeat that you have. Your heartbeat is in tune with the heartbeat of the sun. You get what I'm saying? Your thoughts, which is in kinship to oxygen, because you can't think if your body don't have oxygen and hydrogen. Your thoughts is controlled by the moon. So, but the moon is your mother. The sun is your father. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, the constellations is the creator of both mother and father. That's what we consider a Holy Ghost. This is what they call the Holy Ghost in religion. But the Holy Ghost is none other than the person who is able to translate or transmit and give permission to other celestial bodies to transfer information to our melanin. And our melanin is the soul substance that we sit on at the seat of the soul, what I call the seat of the soul. You know what I'm saying? And the seat of the soul is none other than the Christ or the Christos or Horus. These people never existed. Horus never existed. Osiris never existed. Isis never existed. These are components that's pointing to things inside of your spiritual DNA that is actually, because you got a story going on in your, there's a movie playing inside of you right now. And you have a movie playing inside of you from your past, but you also have a movie that's being directed or being written or produced for you to go into your next life as well. So every time you dream, you are picking up on information from the moon, the full moon especially for the black woman, you know what I mean? Because you have a womb. And anything that has a womb can intercept information more perfectly from any other dimension. So therefore, that's why we say that the black woman is the first teacher. This is what Elijah Muhammad get this from. The black woman is the first teacher because she's able to accept everything within her womb, not just her physical womb, but her spiritual womb. When you're pregnant and your child is in your womb, and you eating physical food, it's eating with you. So when you are eating spiritual food, which is soul food, which is peace, peace is the greatest information that you can get for your soul. Not pork chops, not chicken, all that shit that's killing you. Even though you're praying over it in your church, you're still dying. There's no God that's going to bless your food. You have to use your common sense to say that this is not good for me. But the best soul food is peace. So when you have peace, your child have peace to be able to open up itself to other portals of information while it's inside of you. Because your child, the baby inside of your stomach, whatever you have damage in you, can replenish those cells in your body. If you have dead cells in your body, that child can replenish those cells in your body, depending on what you feed it. If you're giving it enough peace, it can function to the point where it can restore things in your body that's gone. Even women who have wombs taken out of them. At certain points of the year, in certain geographicals of the earth you can go to, where if you can get pregnant without having any type of intercourse with a male. You know what I mean? Because again, you hold the two X chromosomes. And I'm not talking about scientific stuff from the European. When I say two X chromosomes, we're talking about Sirius A and Sirius B. You have that connected to your system. Whereas the man only has Sirius B. In order for B to exist, A has to exist. So therefore, we can't exist without the A. You hold the A component. You get what I'm saying? And the A component is something that's closer to electric. That's the highest form of energy. And this is why we call foods alkaline. Sirius A, alkaline. So the more that you feed your black woman alkaline knowledge, again, we have spiritual food. I ain't talking about physical alkaline food. I'm talking about spiritual alkaline food, which is peace. That's the highest pH. Peace has the highest pH in it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
What is the age of Aquarius?
Aquarius don't have an age. All of the zodiacs is having a prominent moment right now as we speak. It's just that area of the geometrical part of the constellations is more open than other zodiacal systems. Meaning that we have something that's resurrected inside of us that has been put to sleep by way of a hybrid energy. Hybrid energy is all around you. The Asian, you get what I'm saying? The Russians, the Europeans. So as long as they are around us, this is why they like to touch your hair, touch your skin.
Yeah, when you said that, they kind of like got me the wrong way. They love doing that, like, oh yeah, touch your hair.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you know, that's why I tell people, I said, no matter, I say you can eat all the physical food that you want. That's alkaline. But if you don't have no peace, if you don't feed your soul the food that it needs, because you are the soul. So why are you still liberating your physical body when you are the soul, which never dies? You get what I'm saying? So now you have the government not only giving you Christianity, but give you certain kemetic doctrines as well. The government had a hand in kemetic teachings within the so-called conscious community, but we don't look at that. The government has a hand inside of the Nation of Islam. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, how are you going to go into religion instead of Christian? We found out that Christianity is not right. We found out that it was fake. But okay, now go and find out the stuff that they inserted into the kemetic doctrines as well, because they put their hand in that too. They was over there. You get what I'm saying? Again, your history is recorded inside of you. No organization can make you matter but you. You have your own history. You are your own ancestor. You have ancestors in your body, in your blood. This is why they take blood from you, because they are trying to extract those ancestors from you so that they can put, by way of blood transfusions, they can put them inside of their self, hoping that they can buy time on the earth so they won't get stuck in the fourth dimension. You get what I'm saying?
So everything that they be showing us on TV is basically real. Like I know the Justin Timberlake movie, No Time.
Right.
I mean, Out of Time.
Yeah, Out of Time. Yeah. You know where they can read your blood. They can read the nucleus. The nucleus has certain molecular structures in it that's granulated, and you can read 6 particles within that certain molecular structure, and it'll tell you how much time you have. It won't give you the definite, but it'll give you a roundabout. This is why when you die, so-called dying of cancer and stuff like that, they say you got 6 months to live. That's not the exact moment. Some people live past 6 months and say, well, you know what, they said I was going to die. But then they say, well, the cancer came back. It never left. The disease never left. I mean, your thought pattern never left. Because your thoughts is your disease. Diseases don't live in your body. Diseases live in your mind. When a doctor tells you that you have AIDS or you have cancer, and because you have been conditioned to say that these people know what they're talking about, you've already inserted this ingredient into your soul. So now you are feeding signals into your body to say, I have cancer. If I meditate every day, right, and say, I want this, eventually it'll come to me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when we do this,
your conscious mind,
right,
your subconscious mind to get it done.
Exactly. Because the Melanin part of your brain is your recorded system. The nucleus is your smaller recorded systems, which send signals back to the brain. Because your brain sends you signals to move, but you have other signals coming back to your brain. It's a seesaw effect. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Yep.
What do you do for? I mean, what type of alkaline water do you drink? Like I drink Fiji.
Right. Okay. Well, Fiji has. I'm not gonna say that it has alkaline, because you have water that is not alkaline, but it has hydrogen in it. It's not the pH that counts. It's the amount of hydrogen that's in the water. Again, your brain has cells that needs to digest hydrogen, because hydrogen creates your memory banks. Oxygen is able to help you smooth out a sentence when you're thinking or you're doing speech, when you're doing lectures and stuff like that. Your body. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Everything that we come in contact with has a purpose and a meaning. You know what I mean? And right now we are going through a phase where the enemy or the oppressor knows that it's something inside of us that is opening up, that is giving us the capacity to be able to do things that is in their movies. If you go and look at the new movie X-Men, it's going to show you everything that's about to happen. Not only that, but when you go to Russia, they have facilities underground where they even got African children that they done brought from Somalia. They tapped into their spiritual abilities, and they are using that to feed on. You get what I'm saying? So it's stuff going on, but it's just not in the news. We don't control no news. You know what I mean?
I moved the train the other day, and as I've been tapping into myself, I found out that what they do in the movies is, that it's true. And my son was in the back seat, and I was just like, God, please move this train. And I didn't really think it was gonna move, but it actually moved. Like it was just sitting there, and not right away, but in like maybe less than 5 seconds, the train didn't even go forward, it just went back.
Right.
And I'm like, baby, did you see that? And he's like, Mom, yeah, because I've been trying to tell him too, he's a king, and I mean, I named him Romeo, but I named him King, and he was kind of my rebirth. So, it feeds back into what you were saying, like, as long as we have peace. And I tried to alleviate any drama when I was, pregnant with him. I kind of stayed in the house, didn't really do too much, tried to eat as healthy as possible. Then certain things I was sick. So everything is coming to me, and it's kind of making more sense now why everything was happening the way it was happening, because like you said, we are our history, we are our ancestors.
Right. That's the whole thing. You will never, organizations can't help you save yourself. If you came out of your mother's womb by yourself, with your own fingerprint. See, your fingerprint also tells you what your destiny is. It's just that we are so caught up in trying to connect with other people's destiny that we get tangled up. And then when we do that, we lose sight of who we really are. Because we think that because we got a black face, that we ain't kinship to the next black person. So now when you see black people dying, you say, okay, why the fuck they did that? Somebody did something. The conspiracy shit come up. Not to say that all of it is not right, but half of the shit that we do, we feed our energy into stuff that really don't matter. It don't matter. You get what I'm saying? So somebody else dying has nothing to do with you. That's their destiny. Fate already wrote their life and their DNA before they came here. So you wasted your energy on something that you can't even do. Again, about when I spoke about the African Bambaataa stuff, they got mad at me because they thought that I was on his side. I won't side with him. I said just